One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long.
Sponge. No. Switch. Easy.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
An excellent return that time. Yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Split 15. Let's go. White. Check 3.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 49-yard
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44.
From the gun, Rivers. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run paid.
Out really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Got 190, 180. Check. It's just me and you. Red. Check. Fred down.
Rivers on 1st down. And caught by Henry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the ship.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3. Goal.
Go. Tight dog. Room. Topper.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, Good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Keep it up. Wait. Keep it up, guys. Shit. Red Delta.
3rd and long for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll field this at the 5. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Waiting.
57. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
4 down, 4 down. 25, check 25, check 25. He's crashing.
1-1. Tyler.
Here's Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Touchdown, Jaguars! D.D. Westbrook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. A A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
6-6, bullet high.
Now Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Load it. Load it.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wide, get wide. Turbo 64.
Fournette running right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
44 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 43.
X3. 218. Chop.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Set. 180.
44. Hey, watch the slant.
Hit him.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Deep. Pop. Motion. Fofo's the Mike.
Flat.
Mike's Fofo. You don't want none of that. Pick up.
Hey, wahoo.
Kill.
Here goes.
Now Foles. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
79!
To throw again. Rivers. It's complete to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Gordon on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! On the ball!
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He gets away from one. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fournette running out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Out.
Kill.
A shotgun give to Fournette, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw is Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Hey, bro, 80.
Mike 54. I'm trying to collect. Hey,
First down, Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It leads to second and 10.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got?
Throwing again. Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
You. Quick the edge.
Hey, Rocket.
Check. Showing it. You gonna take.
All right.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rivers to throw it. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Slam.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Rivers now. And it's complete. Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here we go.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, it's Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Slam.
Hey, Delta.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Foles. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Orbit. Mike, under. Let's go, D.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
180. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in.
On 2nd down and 4, Rivers. He's got Allen. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Rivers now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Defense, let's go. Red.
Now Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
57. Mike, 57.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Yes. See me in your nightmares.
57's Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
Let's go, 1-1. Hey, check Mike, 57.
2nd and 11. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Black 15. 44. Cluster.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. There's a party.
Room.
There's a party there. Joker.
Hey, echo.
Throwing, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryant.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the backer. Watch the safety creep.
Hey, goal. Down goal. 12.
57.
2nd and 6. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's put that team on the bus. Check 3.
Now it's Ajayi. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Great.
They'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Charger drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's good for Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. First down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to